If you don't, just put it in the chat. Okay, so we're posting on social media, we're adding to our stories, we're doing host to post, we're connecting with people, all of those things. So you just have to be very, very consistent with those things, especially host to post, because that is where you're going to get those loyal customers and that volume and your potential distributors and all of that. So Trista, if you want to just go over the Ruby chart,
yeah, for
because
sure.
you're really good at all of that stuff.
Well, I'm not about all that, but you guys, the cool thing about our compensation plan is that once you understand Ruby and how to go Ruby yourself, then it just becomes helping other people go Ruby, and that is literally how you promote. So this is what a Ruby chart looks like. To find this, these are in the team pages, but this is also in your document library, in your eSuite. So if you go to document library and just search the word Ruby, this is one of the things that will come up. You guys have this printed out. I have my charts with me literally at all times. So when I'm helping somebody go for a promotion, I have their charts with me. If I personally am going for a promotion, I have their charts with me. Because you guys, one, you just want to be thinking about it. You want your mind to be here if you're pushing for a promotion. But two, you also need to know where you need customers, where you need volume, where you need distributors. And so I just have mine. I have mine in my little binder. And this literally goes with me everywhere. And so I love that they have a clear roadmap. There is no guessing game. There's no, I mean, this is so, so simple. And once you understand Ruby, literally the next rank up is Emerald, and it's 2 rubies under you. So again, it's just you learn how to go Ruby, and then you teach your team how to go Ruby, and it is just this duplicatable system that you follow to increase your check. But also, you guys, you're helping people make that $500 a month that most people join for. Rubies on average make about $500 a month. And I want everybody to hear me on here. My first Ruby check was half of that. Okay. That is totally normal, and that is okay. Couple reasons for that. One, fast start bonuses are included in average monthly incomes. So when you're talking about going Ruby and an average of $500 a month, there are 3 distributors on your team when you go Ruby. What fast start bonuses are, I know we have some really, really brand new people on here, so let me go over those really fast. When you enroll a distributor onto your team and you help them get their first 6 customers, you get $150 in bonuses your first 30 days. So essentially you get $50 for every 2 customers that they get in their first 30 days, okay? So if you have 3 distributors on your team and you personally enrolled them, this does not count if your upline or somebody above you enrolls them and then places them under you, they are still going to get that fast start bonus because they're the ones that enrolled them. This is your personally enrolled distributors, okay? So if you enroll all 3 of these and help them get their first 6 customers, you're going to get $450 before you ever have to worry about commissions or anything like that. So especially when you're starting, you guys, fast start bonuses are the best way to make really good money very quickly. So if you tell me, Trista, I need $400 a month, I'm going to tell you, okay, let's go out and we're going to enroll 3 distributors. You're going to help them. You're going to train them. You're going to teach them how to get their first 6 customers. And you're going to get that before you ever have to worry about commissions, okay? So again, hear me when I say my first Ruby check, I think was like $230. That is totally fine, you guys, because I was enrolling my own distributor. So you're always going to make the most out of this compensation plan if you personally are enrolling the people on your team, okay? It's one of those things where I love that we get to work together. And, you know, I have the ability to place under you, or Kara or Sherry or whoever your upline in has the ability to place under you. But you are going to make the most money if you personally are building your own business, okay? So just know that I think that's empowering, because I'm like, all right, I know I have the ability to write my own paycheck. So you will always make the most, okay? So that's what fast start bonuses are. So let's go through this chart really quickly, okay? So anytime you're looking at the chart, this little dot up here is you, okay? You are the top of your business. You're the power person in your business, right? So this is you. Every single box is a distributor, okay? Those aren't customers. Those are actual people who have joined your team to make some extra money, or to earn some free product, or to help people in their circle of influence get healthier. They want to actually sell the product to and make some money, okay? So you have 3 distributors on your team. If you are married, if you are in a serious relationship, if you have a significant other, I personally do recommend signing up your spouse, okay? Couple reasons for that is, 1, you're going to earn that fast start bonus on them. Plus, you're going to earn the free product again. So we didn't even talk about that. Let's talk about that really fast. I think probably most of you on here have already done this, but if you haven't, when you get your first 6 customers, you're going to get $150 in free product. So when we go through the 6 daily tasks that we want you to be doing every single day, taking your product and posting on social media are 2 of those. And that is a whole heck of a lot easier if you have product in your hand. So you want to get your first 6 customers as quickly as you can, which in a minute we'll go through maybe some ideas of how to do that. Or if you're struggling with that, we can always walk through that. But you want to get your first 6 customers as quickly as you can, because it's going to get you $150 in free product, okay? So then once you get your first 6 customers, it is like game time. We are on to building a team and helping other people get healthier and make some extra income, okay? So if you sign up your spouse, it's $99 to sign them up right now. So if that is an issue for you, sell your samples, you guys. Hustle. This is a business. They have given you everything you need to truly do this for no money out of pocket. So if you're like, I cannot afford that $99 again, fine, go out, sell your samples, collect the money, get your spouse signed up, because it's going to give you, when you get 6 customers under them, that fast start bonus we talked about, you're going to get $150 in your pocket for helping them get their first 6 customers. You do not have to keep your spouse's website on. You can turn that off. And you're going to get an additional $150 in free product once they get those 6 customers, you guys. So it literally makes no sense not to sign your spouse up. But then you get to actually build them as one of your legs. So hear me on this. Spouses do not have to work this business. They can do literally nothing. That is how 99% of spouses work. Elisha my husband is one of my legs. He's a double diamond, but he hasn't worked the business in like over a year. And that's totally fine. I work his account just like I would for mine, but it allows us to double our income. So as you promote, like I said, the next rank up after Ruby is Emerald, and you need 2 rubies under you. Well, one of those could be somebody else you sign, but one of those can be your spouse. So again, you're not doing any more work. You're doing the same amount of work, but you're getting paid on it twice. So I really do recommend one of these 3 people should be your spouse or significant other, best friend, whoever, whatever that looks like for you. I recommend getting your significant other signed up. They do not have to keep their website on. You do want to make sure they're commission qualified though. So again, you either want to make sure they have 150 in personal sales under them, or I personally, I use a lot of product. So we run both of our autos, but I know in the beginning that you're like, that ain't happening. I do not have the money for that. That is totally fine. You just have to make sure that they do have either 150 in personal volume, or they run their 80 auto shipment to be commission qualified. Now, in the first few months, when you're getting those customers for shopping sprees, you're going to hit 150 in personal volume, no problem. So it's really after those 3 months are up where that starts to become kind of something you have to consider and think about. But in the beginning, you're going to hit that 150 just from getting their 6 customers. You're going to keep getting, you want to get them to 400. And so that's not something that you're going to have to worry about in the beginning, but something to keep in the back of your mind. You do want to make sure that you both are commission qualified. Okay. So you have 3 distributors for Ruby. You have 3 distributors under you. So one of those is your spouse or significant other. and then 2 other people who want to join your team to make money with you. Now, when you join, I personally recommend writing down a list of names of people that you would love to do this business with. People, I went to my 2 best friends when I joined. I was like, hey, you guys are going to think I'm nuts, but what if I'm not? And what if we can make a little bit of extra money? You guys, they might tell you no. They might say, like, you have drank the Kool-Aid. I am not doing one of those companies with you. But they might surprise you and say yes. So plant that seed, get the conversation going. I think sometimes people expect like me to put this out there on social media a couple times and people are just going to flock to me. That ain't how this business works. So I do think it's important to plant the seeds and then start. We're going to go through that list again here in a minute of what you need to be doing every single day. But you guys, even if you approach your best friend or you approach somebody you used to work with that you know needs more income, they're a hard worker, they're willing to do whatever for their family, like that's who I reached out to. I was reaching out to people who I was like, you know what? I know we've talked about finances being tight before, and they are a hard worker. I want them on my team. I did not care. If they told me no, whatever, I was at least going to plant that seed because I knew as they watched me post on social media every day, they watched me say, I'm going to make $200 this month and then go out and do it. It would get their attention and they would start thinking, well, she thinks I would be good. Maybe I would be good. And so don't be scared to start reaching out to people from the beginning, but you're going to get 3 people on your team. Okay. That is what Ruby is. You have 3 distributors under you. Now, each one of those people, if you look down here, it says 400 GV. Okay. Or that's not what it says. It says qualified leg. But what that means is that they have a group volume of 400. Okay. So what is group volume? You will see 2 different kind of volume counts in your eSuite under reports. You will see personal volume and you will see group volume. Personal volume is anything that I personally buy plus anything my customers personally buy. Okay. So when you're just starting and you don't have any team members under you, your volume is your personal volume. It's everything you personally purchase and everything that any of your customers purchase. Okay. Group volume means I sign up, I have my volume, I have my personal customer volume, but then I have Kara under me. It also means her volume and all of her customer volume. So as you have these 3 people on your team and now they're starting to, enroll their own team members, anybody under them is going to add into their group volume. Does that make sense? If you guys have questions, feel free to unmute yourself, put it in the chat. I talk really fast and I don't take a lot of breaths. So if you need me to back up and say something again, totally just be like, hey, Trista. And I know for those of you who are new, my name says Brittany. I'm not Brittany. My name is Trista. I'm one of your other leaders, but so just like do this and I will stop talking and we will rewind. But you have 3 distributors under you who have a group volume of 400. So as people, the reason they picked 400, this is actually kind of a side note. On average, the average customer volume order is 80 BV. Plus, if you run a personal 80 BV auto shipment, that gets you to 400 very easily with getting your first 6 customers. Now, I will say with like pick 2 and pick 3, sometimes those volumes are a little bit less. So on average, I would say it's like 6 to 8 customers is going to get them to that 400. Now, okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'll do it again in just a minute. Okay, so each leg has a volume of 400, and then your group volume has to be 2,000 for you to go Ruby, okay? So what that means is that if they are just barely at 400, that's 1,200 right there. Plus you have personal volume up here from your first 6 customers that you got on your own to get your shopping spree. So you're probably going to be sitting right at 1,500 right there. So the other 500 can come from wherever. So one of these legs, because y'all are going to be enrolling rock stars, okay? I'm just calling it out there and speaking it into existence. Y'all are going to enroll distributors that want this just like you do. So they're going to be enrolling team members, enrolling more customers than just their 6. So if one of these could be at 1,000 and then this one's at 500 and this one's at 500, you're going to be at that 2,000 all together. Or maybe you have, I mean, we all have those like one dead legs that don't do anything. That's totally fine. So maybe they're at 400, but these two legs are rocking it out. These two legs are going to be your rubies for emerald. So their volume is growing. And as you grow a team, and as people are enrolling, those 400s take care of themselves very quickly, especially you guys, if you are teaching your team how to enroll for themselves. If you're teaching them the 6 tasks we do, if you're teaching them how to do host to post, these volumes take care of themselves. You just got to like teach them how to do the things and work with them to do the things. Okay. Are there any questions about the chart before we go into like the 6th list and what we do every single day and how you're actually
I want to say like one thing too about, so anybody, I don't know if you mentioned it or not, but anybody that has enrolled in July, you do get to enroll your first distributor for half off.
Yes.
So keep that in mind when you're going out and talking to people. That's going to be a great conversation starter, that you just started the business and now you can get someone started for $50 rather than $100. That is huge. Even if they have to pre-sell their samples, all they have to do is sell just a few in order to get the $50 to join. So keep that in mind, that you do, if you join in July, you do have that code, and I would definitely use it.
Yes, for sure. Thank you for mentioning that, Kara. And too, so if they enroll also this month, they're going to get that to enroll their first distributor for half off as well. And you can use that for your spouse. If you're like, I've talked to people and nobody wants to join, fine. Sign your spouse up for half off. And then that's just going to give you that much more in your pocket when you get your $150 fast start. But if you have, a friend or someone who is really struggling and they're like, I want to join, I think it would be fun to do this together, I think it'd be cool, but I just cannot afford it, that's awesome. You can get them started for half off. It would cut the amount of samples that they have to pre-sell. If they're going to pre-sell their samples, it would cut that in half as well. So once they sold 3 at $20, they're going to be good and they're going to have enough to join. So that's awesome. Okay. Yeah. If you are talking to a potential distributor and you're like, they're kind of thinking about it, but they're like, I need some more info, or I don't know, can you send me some more info? Me and Brittany do opportunity events 2 nights a week. I just want to throw this out there, make sure everybody knows about this. We do opportunity events 2 nights a week on Wednesday and Sunday nights at 9, where we jump on, you invite your distributors, we just jump on and tell our stories. We say what this business has done for us. And then we will walk them through how to pre-sell their samples so that they can start from $0 out of pocket. Kara is a rock star at getting people on those. So definitely follow her lead in that. And she signs a lot of distributors just from inviting them to those events. So again, those are every Wednesday and Sunday night at 9. Okay. Before we jump into the 6 things we do every single day, or how you're actually going to like enroll the people to fill this chart, does anybody have any questions that they want to ask, or Kara, anything else you want to say before we jump into that? I have a child crying. I will be right back. Pause for just a second. If you want to say something, Kara, go ahead. I'll be right back. Let me go find out who's crying.
I will mention, if you guys are doing host to post, this is something that I started doing, is anybody that does host to post for me, I will go back and ask them about the business as well. And I have gotten a lot of responses saying like, yes, they are interested, and I'll just send them information. And then what I do is, if they're kind of like Trisha said, iffy about it, I always get them on these opportunity events. Anybody that I've ever gotten on an opportunity event normally ends up joining. So if you can get them on there, the scripts for like how to ask somebody or go through the process of asking how to get them on the opportunity event is in Purpose Driven. I don't know if it's maybe under announcements that I'm talking about the script for how to join for $0 on how to like start that conversation flow. Is that under announcements and Purpose Driven?
Yeah. So any messages that we talk about or anything like that are going to be under the announcements tab in Purpose Driven. So that way you don't have to scroll for them. There's a couple different message like threads that are marked in there, but that is one of them. The host a post thread that we're going to talk about is in there. The weekly Brittany does, she posts all the power hours and when we're going to do the opportunity events and all of that will also be in the announcements tab. So pretty much anything you need is going to be in the announcements tab in Purpose Driven. So definitely pay attention to that or go there and check. That doesn't look good. It's okay. Okay. All right, you guys. So let's go over our 6 list. What is the discount code to get a DT signed up at 50% off? It will be, I think they get emailed to you, but they also should be under promo code in reports in your eSuite. There's a promo code tab for that. And it will be like a personalized code for you. So it's not like a generic one that everybody can use. Okay, let's go over the 6 list, okay? The cool thing about what we do is that there is no secret, you guys. We're not like hoarding. There's no secret sauce that we have that somebody else doesn't have. It's literally you do the work or you don't. Nothing that we do is hard. The hardest part to this business is doing it consistently and showing up on the days that you don't feel like it. The thing I love about what we do is that I don't have a boss. I don't have somebody saying like, you have to do this at this time right now. Like, but it's also, I got to hold myself accountable and I have to be that person for myself because there's not going to be anybody there saying, hey, did you post today? Hey, did you make your video today? Hey, did you do your host post today? It is on you to kind of be that accountability for yourself. Now I love accountability partners. So if you have a sideline or somebody who you're like, okay, I really want to go Ruby, you can even ask your upline, like I'm going for Ruby, who else is going and pushing for Ruby that we could really kind of partner up and just help hold each other accountable. I love accountability partners. They're just awesome. Kara and Sherry are both part of a little group we have, and it is like the most bomb group ever, but they just help each other level up and they help each other show up every single day, and they're better because of it. So I definitely love the idea of kind of having somebody to help hold you accountable, but just know it is really up to you to build your own business and to do this every single day. Nothing that we do is hard, like I said. And well, yeah, you guys are so cute. Okay, so number 1, post on social media, right? Most of you guys probably joined because you saw somebody talking about this on social media. I remember sitting down with Brittany when I was thinking about joining, and I was like, hey, Britt, like, I think it's cool that social media is what you do, but I don't really think that that's going to be my thing. I don't want to be one of those girls. And she was like, Trista, that's cool. It's your business. Run it how you want. However, would you be sitting here if I hadn't shown up and posted every single day about what this company was doing for me? And I was like, no, there is 0 chance that I would. So you guys, people are watching you from Jump Street, from day one. They are watching what you're doing and they're watching how consistent you're going to be about it. I never, ever liked to post. I never commented. I never interacted. I never gave Brittany any inclination that I was paying a bit of attention. Kara did the same to me. She gave me no indication that she was watching me or that she was interested. But I can guarantee you, I changed Brittany's business just like Kara changed mine. And I had no idea. So had I taken a couple weeks off here and there, she probably wouldn't be sitting here, right? And so none of you guys would be here either. It literally is a daily consistent action. I mean, think about, you now have to think of your social media page like a business page or like a business. If you were gonna go, I don't know, to the gym and you know, you had one gym that was open every single day. It was open the hours you needed. And then you had one gym that was open kind of here, and then it closed for 2 weeks. And then maybe it was going to be open again. Which gym are you going to choose? You're going to choose the one that's there, consistent, that's always open, that's excited, that's talking about the business or the company. You're going to pick that one, right? So your social media page is now your business page. So you kind of have to think of it like that. So let's talk about kind of some things not to post and what to post. We do have a page called First 30 Days of Posting that you are more than welcome to take ideas from. There is literally there's a business post, a product post, like a prompt for something non-it works that you can kind of post in the comments of every single day. There's also stories in there. So you can definitely, absolutely feel free to take that, make it yours. You guys, social media is something where people want to see you, and they want you to be the real authentic you. So while I'm like, Kara does a phenomenal job of posting, Sherry does a phenomenal job of posting, Cheryl, like we have amazing leaders. They do great at posting. So copy them, but make it you. Your audience still wants to connect with you. They buy you before they ever buy the product or before they ever buy an opportunity. So you want to take the ideas and take the inspiration, but stay true to you and stay true to, yes, totally who you are every day. So for the first 30 days of posting, what I recommend people to do is get out a calendar. Say you join today, make tomorrow day one, and just count out 30 days. So that way you know kind of what day you're on and where you're at in that, because my day one is not going to be the same as somebody else's day one. So that way you can keep track of where you are. But again, those are meant to kind of get you just in the habit of posting every single day, to get you kind of familiar with what to say and how to word things, because there are definitely ways to word things that are more attractive than others. And you guys, we are in marketing. Like it or not, you are now in marketing, and you are just kind of, you're marketing your product and your brand and who you are. So posting on social media, in the team page, there are tons of trainings on how to post on social media. So we could go on about this for an hour, but you really want to think about kind of like who you are and what you want to be known for and your quote unquote brand or your pillars. So when you think of like the 5 things that interest you the most, what could you talk about without having to prepare or without having to study? And that's kind of your brand, and that's what you want to be known for. So for me, like I'm a mom, but then I break that into, I'm a gym mom, I'm a boy mom, I'm a baseball mom, I'm a busy mom, I'm a mom entrepreneur. I am a wife. I am into faith, fitness, gymnastics hair or girl hair. Like that's kind of my brand. And so that's what you're going to see on my page. So anything that doesn't kind of align with your brand now is off your page. Any kind of negativity, I very, very rarely do I share anything that is not something that I have written or something, I mean, I will share something maybe once every couple months, like shares stay off the page. But for you, maybe it's fashion, or maybe it's cooking, or maybe it's, I know Cheryl loves musicals and Disney and all of that kind of stuff. And so it's like what lights you up, and that's how you're going to grow your network, you guys. That's what's going to keep people interested in you and who you are and your business and what you're talking about. So I do recommend going to some of the leaders' pages and just take some time and kind of scroll and look around and like, what are they posting? How are they talking? Because for most of us, we probably never really ran a business on social media. I know for me, I was on social media, but I was like a stalker. I never ever posted. So it took me a long time to figure out how to post. I look back now at my posts and I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I posted that. Can't believe I took that picture. But you guys, it was real. I was excited about what I had my hands on, and I showed up every single day just talking. It's actually funny because I worked full time when I started. And so every single day you could guarantee you were going to see me in my scrubs on my way to work with my greens in hand, and I was going to talk about the greens literally every day. It was awful. Now I'm like, ooh, I can't believe I did that. But guess what I sold a lot of? I sold a crap ton of greens. And so whatever those products are that you're most excited about, again, this is why you want to get your 6 customers quickly so you can get product in hand. because people want to know what you think about it. They want to know, well, are you trying it? What's your experience been? What do you like? What don't you like? People want that. So getting product in hand is super, super important very quickly. Stories is huge. Stories, yes, stories will, like, it's kind of the future of social media. Stories were not a thing until about the past year, but now there is a big emphasis on stories. So being present both on your page and your story, I think of like, my story is what usually gets people's attention, and then they'll click on my page or they'll click on my profile to see like, well, what is this girl actually about? So they work really, really well hand in hand. But stories are a lot more, for me, I think they're more fun. They're more just kind of in the moment, and you share like just what they're, you don't have to write a lot of words, so they're a lot quicker. It's a lot easier, but adding to your story every single day, you will hear us all the time talking about do your hands-free video. So whatever that product is for you that you're excited about trying or you're going to be trying, just instead of just making it in the kitchen by yourself, pop on your video and talk about what you love about it, or talk about, sometimes I'll do like a time-lapse video where I'm just showing myself making it, but sometimes I'll just click on the video and I'll tell people about it, and I'll let them know, you know, what I like about it and what I don't like about it. I know it took me forever to get Kara to do this, but she has seen a big change in her business because she does her hands-free video every single day without fail. You know, you're going to see this girl showing up, making her coffee, talking about it, talking about the sale. Sometimes there's music. Sometimes you just kind of got to get creative about it, but showing up in your story every single day is super important. And showing up, talking about the business opportunity as well, you guys. Your story, I was actually meeting with kind of a marketing company last week who wants to help multi-level marketers figure out like what the heck they're doing on social media. And we were talking about how our story, your story, is the most important piece of your branding. The most important piece of you being able to build your business is your ability to tell your story. And hear me on this, you guys. I don't care if you just joined yesterday. You have a story. You said yes for a reason. So in the beginning, sometimes I have a hard time saying like, Sherry, can you put the 6 list in the chat again for me, please? So sometimes, like now when I tell my story, I think that people can't relate to me because in the beginning, I was not thinking about wanting to make a full-time income from home. I literally was just wanting a couple $100s a month. That's all I wanted. And that is more relatable to most people than making a full-time income from home. So in the beginning, day one, my story was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this thing. Like I said, I would never do this. I was so scared. I was so nervous. But honestly, my family just needs a couple $100 extra a month. I have no clue what I'm doing, but I'm excited to try. And it was the hope that there could be more that I was talking about that got people's attention and will allow people to connect with you. So get creative and get real and get raw and sit down and write what your story. Why did you say yes? What are you excited about? What are you confident that this is going to do for your family? And it is the excitement and the confidence that gets people's attention and will get them to feel confident enough to say, okay, tell me more. So it's those people that you have planted the seed with, maybe that you're like, hey, I think you're going to do great. You being able to show up and say like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I'm so excited. That's what's going to get them to eventually join you and say yes. So sharing your story is huge. And sometimes, you know, your story can look a lot of different ways. Sometimes I'm just talking about, you know, like last night, my story wasn't that I make a full-time 6-figure income from home. My story was that I wanted $50 to go out on a family date night with my family. And that's what I talked about last night. So your story can look a whole lot of different ways. Sometimes it could just be, you know, you wanted some extra friends, or you wanted a group of women around you that were going to tell you it was okay to dream bigger. Sometimes that's what I focus on. So really, I would encourage you to sit down and think about like write down 5 things that your upline or whoever you joined under, what were they talking about? What was it on their Facebook page that got your attention, or on Instagram or TikTok or wherever you came from? What were they talking about that got your attention and got you to say yes or got you to ask more questions? And then really take the time to like think about like, okay, if that's what got my attention, how can I take my story and kind of mold it into that so that people can start to, you know, connect with me and have some more eyes on your page. Okay. I have a DT on here who just hit executive. We talked about what it means just having value under you and what that executive unlocks. Yeah, absolutely. So every single time you promote, you guys, you get paid on an additional level in your downline. Okay. I'm not a green. So greens know the whole compensation plan and they know all the things. Essentially, I know every time I promote, I make more money. And so I get paid on an additional level. So every time you promote, you get paid on additional levels. However, you guys, diamond is where it's at. So run like your hair is on fire to get to diamond, because once you do, you unlock 2 additional bonuses. I love you, babe. Work hard. You unlock 2 additional bonuses in the compensation plan. That literally, Mark always says, our CEO says, once you go diamond, you have the license to print money. And it is legit true, because not only are you earning fast start bonuses on new distributors, you're also earning an additional cab bonus. So y'all get to diamond. And again, diamond is this Ruby chart that we talked about. You've helped 3 people in your team go Ruby, essentially. So again, that's why we focus on Ruby so hard, because it's the building block to everything. I mean, to get to the top of the company, you used to have to help like 54 people go Ruby. Now it's only like 32. So 32 Rubies and you are at the top of the company, you guys. So get this like ingrained so that you can talk about what Ruby is and what that means like the back of your hand. Like you want to know what Ruby is and how to help people go Ruby. Okay. Self-development is another thing that we do every single day. I'm not going to spend a ton of time here because I do want to spend some time on host to post, because that's where the magic is. However, self-development, you guys, was something that I thought was a bunch of like, I was like, yeah, whatever. That's like frou-frou, like feel-goody kind of stuff. But I can tell you, your level of success will never outgrow your mindset. So being really diligent and disciplined with pouring into your mindset it's so important. Don't push it off when you get busy. Find the time to make it still happen. So for me, what that looked like when I was working full time, I would, on my way to work, I had a 40-minute drive to and home from work every single day. So I made it like my mobile self-development clinic. I would pop on a Zoom, I would pop on a podcast, I would listen to a book on Audible on my way to work and on my way home from work. When you're taking a shower, instead of, listening to the radio or just having it silent, pop on a podcast, listen to a book on Audible, because there will be days when you're like, I don't feel like showing up today. I don't feel like doing the things. It's all about mindset. It is a decision to work on your mindset. I once heard Cami said when I first joined, she said, multi-level marketing is self-development with a compensation plan. So I took that to mean like, okay, I got to grow as a person if I'm going to grow my business. And it truly does work hand in hand. So self-development is a non-negotiable. Okay. Now let's talk host to post, because the rest of it, like reaching out to people, all of the things really can be done very well with host to post in one thing, in kind of one system that we have. So does everybody on here, let me know, drop a 1 in the chat if you at least have an idea of what host to post is and what it means to do host to post. Most of you do. I know Paige is super new, but I'm sure Sherry has gone over it. When I'm really busy, not gonna lie, I need to work on that. Absolutely. It is. It is hard. The hardest part is doing this consistently. The thing I would say is don't beat yourself up about maybe what you haven't done, but just make a decision today to do it. And there are days where I try really, really hard to get my 10 up every single day, but there are days where I'm like, crap, I only got 5 up. That's okay. Like, go on and get 10 the next day. Don't beat yourself up about what you didn't do yesterday. Just make a decision to do better today. But what Host to Post is in a nutshell, for those of you who are just starting, is essentially you're asking your friends or family or people on your Facebook page to make a post for you. Okay, so a couple things we used to do is just add random people to our network that may or may not be interested in what we do, but it was a really important thing that we did. And we would message random people about, hey, do you maybe hopefully want to try a product, or hey, do you maybe want to make some income from home? What Host to Post does is it allows you to add people to your network that are interested in what we do and what we have and what we offer. And it starts those conversations naturally. So we're going to say, I'm a brand new distributor. I'm just figuring this out. I'm joining, but somebody tells me I'm going to do Host to Post. I'm going to walk you through it like a brand new person. Okay. It doesn't matter what team page you are in. If you're in Purpose Driven or if you're in a different one, it doesn't matter. There's always a Host to Post giveaway going on. So I'm going to talk about Purpose Driven, but if yours is different, that's okay. So right now in Purpose Driven, we are giving away 2 $200 gift cards August 15th. So right now, I can go on my Facebook page. If you are within your first 30 days, you are in this giveaway just because you're part of the team and you are brand new. I can go to my page and say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. My team is giving away 2 $200 gift cards on August 15th. Drop an emoji to get an entry, or y'all, we get creative with it. Sometimes we'll say like, I'm posting this at 11:45 a.m. Let me know what time you see this for an entry into my giveaway. So you're going to have all these people that are on your friends list commenting on your giveaway post. Okay. So then what you're going to do is you are going to message them. And the message, these are all again on the announcements tab in Purpose Driven. This message thread from start to finish, what I'm going to walk you through, is on there. So go there, save it to your notes. If you have WordBoard, I really, really recommend getting WordBoard set up from Jump Street if you're going to do Host to Post a lot, because it will save you so much time. So Kara, I'm going to message you all of these just so they can see what this looks like, okay? So I'm going to say, I made a post this morning that says, hey, my team's giving away $200. Who wants an entry? Okay. Kara is my friend and she messaged me. So I'm going to go to the post on, this is how I do it. I'm going to like her comment. I'm going to say like, hey, shooting you a message. And then I'm going to bring up Kara. Okay. So if I go down here, my WordBoard is already set up. Again, if you don't have WordBoard set up, that's fine. All these messages are on the announcements tab. My Host to Post one, ask to post. So I'm going to message her this message. And what it says is, it says, hey, I saw your comment on our giveaway post. I would love for you to win. All you have to do for an entry is make a post on your wall for me that I will send you. Sound good? I'm going to send that. So I just sent that to Kara. She's going to say yes, no, or she's going to ignore me. That happens a lot. That's totally fine. You got to get over that. So once she says yes, I personally do opportunity, I do coffee, and I do giveaway posts. Okay. So if it's an opportunity, I'm going to send her a post that says something like, hey, my friend Trista is looking for, 10 people who want to make some extra money from home, working about an hour a day. If you'd be interested, comment below or text this number and I give my number. Okay. I'm going to walk through a coffee post though. Okay. So I'm going to send her this post. So once she says, yep, sure, I will post for you. Hey everyone, my friend Trista is looking for product testers for her weight loss coffee. She has her customers losing 15 plus pounds on this regular salted caramel, chai tea, French roast, or mocha flavor. Who do I know that drinks coffee already and would love to get healthier and lose some weight while doing so? So Kara's going to make that post for me, and then her network is going to see it. So this allows me to connect with people that are not on my friends list. It's going to go out to her friends list. So she makes that post for me, and then her people start to comment. Okay, so people that I'm not friends with, that I never would have had the ability to connect with, are going to comment. Once they start commenting, I'm going to love their comment. I'm going to reply back, hey, sending you a message, and I'm going to add them as a friend. Okay, that for me personally is the number one most important piece, because it gets them then into my network. So even if they don't order right away, which is very common, you guys, a lot of times people do not order immediately. A lot of times they do, but sometimes they don't. But it gets them into my network when I know that they are interested in what I'm talking about. So as I'm showing up in my story every single day, talking about the coffee and talking about why I love the coffee, they're going to see that. People need to see something like on average 7 to 21 times before they are interested in buying, or before they start to think that, oh, maybe I should try that. So them getting into my network is a really big, important piece. So I'm going to send them a friend request, and then I'm going to, again, we have these all laid out for you. I'm going to send them this message. Hey, hope your day is going well so far. I saw your comment about my coffee. Are you interested? I'm going to send her that. And then she's going to say, yeah, can you send me some more info? I'm going to send this message about the coffee. All these, literally didn't change the words. I took them directly from the scripts that are in the team page, and that is what I send. And there's 5 messages for the coffee that are in there, message 1 through 5, from, hey, are you interested? This is what it does. This is why I love it. Let me tell you some more info, pricing info. Are you interested? Okay. Now, once somebody says, yeah, sounds good, I would love to give it a try, I personally still enroll my own people. I will be like, hey, that's great. I'm getting ready to put a couple orders in. Let me know. I'll just read you my message. It says, okay, I'm getting ready. I'm getting a couple people set up here shortly, and I'm happy to get the order in for you. I would just need some info, or I can walk you through my website if you would rather do it. What's easiest for you? 9 times out of 10, they like, oh yeah, girl, you can do it. If you're, already going to be on there, what info do you need? I text them the info I need for enrollment. And then that allows me to enroll them either through my website, or if I'm working with someone towards a fast start bonus, or working, helping somebody get the shopping spree, I can then enroll it through my new distributor's website as well to help them get started. Again, though, you guys, you will always make more if you enroll your own people. So, never expect your upline to do it for you. This is your business, absolutely your business. If they can help you, great, but that should never be an expectation across the board. You will make more if you enroll your own people. What's the best post to tag someone in on Purpose Driven to get started on Host a Post? So there is the Amy Spence Host a Post training that's in the announcements tab on Host a Post. Personally, I try to walk them through it over the phone first, because I think that her training is for somebody who has a general idea about what it is. Or there also is, corporate has a, which I'll post it and make it an announcement. They have a very basic Host a Post for beginners that I usually send to my brand new people if I can't walk them through it like over the phone or on Zoom real quick, that I will send them. That's super basic. So I'll post that, and I will tag it as an announcement as well. Okay. Anybody have any questions about Host a Post? Or Kara, anything you want to throw out there that I didn't mention?
No, not. I think you pretty much covered the Host a Post. Just know that you just have to be just consistent with it. That's all it takes, is just getting them up every single day, whether that's 3, 5, 10, whatever that looks like for whatever your goal is. It's just very important to get them up every single day. And if you miss a day and you didn't get any up, just don't dwell on it, and just the next day just get 7 up rather than your 3 up, and just keep going and keep moving constantly.
Absolutely. So Host to Post is completely a numbers game. So I'll just show you kind of some of mine. So I keep all of my host to post in a binder. These are in the team page in the files. There are tons of different ones. I know this is the one I use, but I think it's different than the one probably Cheryl uses. You just find one that works for you. You do want to keep track of your people and who you've talked to, though, because you will forget who you talked to. So especially once you start a conversation with them, make sure you have their name down. So that way you can follow up with them next time there's a sale, or if they tell you, oh yeah, I'm thinking about it, they won't come back to you. It's your job to go back to them. So, but with the consistency piece of it. So this host to post, I got 10 up that day. So each one of these is a host to post. The name up here is who posted for me. Literally none of them got any comments. None, 0 comments. Okay. The next day, this one had all of these comments. That's one host to post that all had those comments. This day, this one had like 2 comments, none, 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 1 comment, none. That is normal. And that's why if you're only doing 2 or 3 a day, kind of here and there, you're not going to get the results. That if you're on this training, I'm assuming you want to go Ruby and you want to go Ruby fast. So it's going to take more than just 1 or 2 here and there. It really is the consistency of it. And like I said, if you are just starting and you're like, this is way overwhelming to me, that's a lot going on, that's okay. Start with 5 a day. Do 5 a day every single day. And as you get a system in, like now I can bust out 25 host to post, no problem, because I have the system down. I've got my messages saved in my word board. I can bust through 100 messages in 5 minutes. So as you get better at the system and how to do it and you become more comfortable, you'll be able to up your number. But start with 3 to 5 a day. If you're brand spanking new, start with 3 to 5 every single day, and it will definitely be worth it. Yes. So Megan, I'm not sure if you're talking this chart, it's in the files in your team, in any of the team pages, it is up there. And there, like I said, there are different views. Some people prefer more of like a grid view. There's lots of different views, but they're all in the files and they just say like host to post tracker on them. So again, like I use this sheet, and down here it is like if I sign a loyal, their name goes down here. Once I have a actual conversation going on with them, they go on my other little sheet. So these are people who actually, like, I responded to my message, and I have child doodles on the side. And then I highlight them once they order, so I know like who's become an actual customer. But these are all people, so these people that haven't ordered, those are all the people that I can go back to when a sale gets announced, or just on my next follow-up Friday, I'm going to message them and be like, hey, did you have any more questions? Hey, I'm putting some orders in. Can I get your order in? I have gobs and gobs and gobs of lists and names. But this is what works for me. You do have to find a system that works for you. I know some people are all about their Google spreadsheets and all of that, and that is not me. I'm a pen and paper kind of girl. I just need it. I need it simple. But again, it's all about the consistency. And if you want to truly promote, you want to build a business, host to post is where it's at, you guys. Host to post for the business opportunity, host to post for product. Because really, when you break it down, we get paid to do 2 things. We get paid to enroll distributors. We get paid to enroll customers. That's it. And then we get paid to help our new distributors enroll customers and enroll distributors. So don't overcomplicate it. That's genuinely, that's what we get paid for. So what questions do you have? Let me look through the chat and make sure I didn't miss anything. If you have any other questions, you can definitely unmute yourself and ask. Kara, anything I didn't talk about that you want to make sure we talk about? I think I got all the questions in the chat. Sherry, anything you think I need to talk about, need to throw out there? Anything you want to say?
The only thing that just popped in my mind is rack rewards. I don't know if that got talked about or not, but that's a really good thing for
sure. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So rack rewards. So what those are when you sign your first 6 customers. So for every 2 customers you personally enroll, again, another reason you want to be enrolling your own people, is that you will get a wrap reward. So wrap reward. So it used to be we call them wrap rewards because they used to be you could get a box of wraps or a box of facials for $25, which is still the case. You can go in and you can get a box of wraps or facials for a big old discount. However, they have recently added, you can also get keto coffee, skinny brew, product sample packs, energy wraps and facials. Is that it? For a even deeper discount than normal. So like keto coffee, instead of $39, it's only $19 for a bag, $19 for 4 sample packs of skinny brew. So you can get those, turn around and sell them again for cash. They did it for things that like you can turn around and sell for cash, so that it allows you to get an even bigger profit. I've been having issues getting people to do hosted posts for me more than once. So meaning they don't want to do it, or you get the same people over and over, because that happens a lot. So I will, if I have somebody who has commented that they're on my giveaway post every single time they post for me, couple things I do. I a lot of times will either switch up the product that I have them post, or I will switch, I'll do coffee again, but I'll switch the picture, or I'll have them do an opportunity post, a giveaway post. Once I've run through them and they have like posted all of the things, I will, sometimes I'll just ignore their message and then I'll come back to them like later on. I'll give them like a round off. They don't want to do it again, or people say they'll post and don't. It is what it is. So if they, usually I have this one girl who every single time I message her, she's like, yep, sounds good, just send it. And then she never posts it. Totally fine. I just keep sending it. Next time I message her, but she doesn't get the entry until she does it. Sometimes I will follow up with them and say like, hey, I wanted to make sure I got your entry in. Let me know when you post it and I'll get you entered, just so she knows like I'm not entering you until you actually post for me. But sometimes that's normal. Sometimes I know I've just gone ahead. Once I said, once I message them, they don't respond, I've sent them the post, and sometimes they post it and sometimes they don't. Let's see. Does anyone go around the friends and family list and randomly add them and then message them? So in the beginning, I added a ton from my friends and family, because that's what we used to have to do. I personally, I don't send a lot of cold messages because I do host to post so consistently. I will totally cold message about the business if I see somebody who I think would be good, or I see them say something about like, oh, I don't want to go to work, or I'm so tired of working, or I need more money. Like I will totally message you. Or if there's just somebody who I think like we connect, we have a lot in common with, I will message and be like, hey girl, I know this might seem really random, but I love your page. I think you would be great at what I do. Have you ever thought about it? I will totally send that message. I don't cold message a lot for product because I do host to post so consistently. I will try to upload this. I'll get it uploaded now so you can watch it. Let's see. Ads. I have ran a business page before and have ran ads. It wasn't super beneficial for me, but if it's something that works. Okay. Anything else before we hop off, y'all? Again, get your Ruby chart printed. It is your roadmap for where you're going. This should be with you at all times if you are going, if you are pushing for promotion. I've got like my charts stay right here all the time. For me personally, like once a box gets filled, I highlight it so I know exactly where I'm at. That's just, it's a hot mess. You see all my scribbles, but it's what works. And again, charts are your roadmap, so you can't know where you're going if you don't have your roadmap. So get your chart printed out, get it in front of you. Give yourself some daily affirmations, you guys. I am Ruby. Write it on your mirror, write it on a sticky note, put it on your computer so that you have that reminder all the time, what you're working for, what you're shooting for. I'll remember what I was going to say, but you got to believe it first. So it won't happen until you truly, truly believe it. So even if you're not there yet, borrow my confidence, borrow Kara, borrow Sherry, borrow Cheryl's. We believe in you. You can totally do it. The more you say it out loud and you speak it, the more you'll start to believe it. So I know it sounds cuckoo, you guys, and it sounds totally corny, but speak it out loud. I am Ruby. I am Ruby. I am making $500 a month for my family. I am Diamond. Whatever it is that you're shooting for, start speaking it out loud, and you will just be surprised by how things change. Dream board, vision board, get it in front of you. I know it sounds crazy, you guys. It sounds so nuts, and I did not have a dream board until I joined this company. But the more that you have it there in front of you and you focus, you show up different. But you just start to believe different. Over time, you believe different, and you will act different, and you will be more disciplined and do the things. So I'm gonna stop talking because I could go on for a long time, but I will let you guys off. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. I'll get this uploaded. Whew. I believe in you. I can't wait to celebrate all of the promotions. If you need anything, your leaders are here to help you. We are absolutely here. So if there's something you're struggling with, something you're not understanding, something we could do better on training, let us know, and we will for sure get it taken care of for you. And I love you guys. So have a good weekend. Have a good day. Let us know what you need. We love you. I'll get it uploaded. Bye, guys.